Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy Tuesday afternoon. It's time for another Seattle Mariners check-in. We've now played 30 games of 162, and we are continuing to get a better feel for what this team might be. And it's very confusing the way this team has played so far this season. Um, we don't look like a good team. The statistics say we're not a good team, but we continue to keep our heads above water. And through 30 games, we are above 500. We are second in the AL West. And I can see where they can get better in a few areas, either through certain players just playing better or call ups from the minor leagues. So we do this every 10 games. So looking at the last 10 games in a vacuum, it looked like we were hitting the reality check. It looked like we were going to come crashing back to earth because we started off the 10-game run by beating up on the Red Sox. Great game. And then 4-game losing streak. The bullpen finally blew a game. It cost us a game. The third game against the Astros. We were able to salvage the series somewhat by winning the last game of the series 1-0. And then we took a series against the Angels, and somehow we're still above water. And it's kind of a miracle that we are still above 500 despite playing as poorly as we have in most areas. But hey, the team is showing some resiliency, and they are showing some ability to win tough games. Now, this last stretch of baseball, these last 10 games, have seen the bullpen finally cost us a couple games. They cost us last night. Now, that was a bullpen start, so the only way we could have lost that game would have been if the bullpen blew it, and they did. But yeah, the bullpen blew that game. The bullpen blew game 3 against the Astros, which hurt because that game we were just cruising, and then I can't even remember who it was, but somebody gave up like 3 bloop singles, and then I think he hit a batter or something. It was bad. But 4-6 with 4 games against the Astros and 2 games against the Red Sox is pretty good. So the team is still hanging around. And why they're hanging around is still mostly their pitching. They've got an ERA as a club a little above average. The whip is a little above average. The batting average against is a little above average. The pitching has been pretty good. We've won games 2-0. We've won games 1-0. The Kikuchi took a no-hitter into the 7th inning in one of those games in the 1-0 win. It's been a pretty impressive run of pitching, and the games in which the pitching has cost us the game. We basically had the one blown save against the Astros. The bullpen blew the game, and then we also had the LJ Newsome start where he was just pitching batting practice, which that's kind of an aberration. That should not happen again because LJ Newsome has no business starting a baseball game, and we were kind of felt like we were forced to do that. And the reason why I say this decent start is still a miracle is the offense has continued their plummet into being one of the worst offenses in the league. Our batting average as a club is 207. That is barely Mendoza line. We are 29th in the league in batting average, 28th in on base percentage, 25th in slugging percentage. The offense has just fallen off a cliff since the first 10 games. Now, somehow we're still scoring runs. And the reason why we're scoring runs is because we're starting to hit more home runs. And we are doing good work in clutch situations. But again, I want to say I don't know how sustainable any of that is. It's really hard to continue to have a batting average of 207 and put up an average number of runs. It just strikes me as something that is going to eventually go the other way. So I I don't know what needs to happen, but this lineup right now is pathetic, and I can't continue to say that it's just something we need to give time. We need to give these players time. I can't keep doing that. All right. We played a month of baseball now, and the offense overall has been abysmal. The last 20 games, it's been maybe the worst in the entire league in terms of getting on base anyway. So I don't know what needs to happen, but some players need to get better now, and I'll give it to Dylan Moore. I think he may be starting to come around. I'll give a break to Kyle Lewis. He got back from that injury. He's working his way back in, but there are some players on this team who simply need to play better, or we need to start calling people up because we know that we're kind of hesitant to pull the trigger on certain guys down there like Logan Gilbert and Jared Kalenic, but it's time. It's really time because some of these guys do not belong in the majors right now. If you go look at our individual stat line so far, we've got three guys who are carrying this offense. Three guys near the top of the lineup. We have Haniger, France, and Seager. They're all hitting above 750 ops. They're all having good seasons. Seager, I got to give it to Seager. He really put it together after a rough 10-game stretch in the middle of the season. And the last 10 games for Seager have actually been pretty good. So he got it back together. Haniger continues to rake. He slowed down a little bit, but he's still dominating. He's still the best player on this offense by far. Still having an all-star caliber season. And then, again, I'll give Kyle Lewis a break because he just got back. He's got to work his way back into things. I think he'll come around. I think he'll be fine. Dylan Moore has played better in the last, I'd say, 3 or 4 games, so maybe he's starting to come around. But look, right now our fourth best batter is J.P. Crawford, who swings an absolute banjo, has an ops of 630, and he's our fourth best player on offense right now. And the main problem as I see it is, ooh, new sub. What's up, buddy? um, we have a need. We have a clear need for Jake Fraley to come back. For as much as Jake Fraley was not a great hitter, he was somebody. Wow, okay, we're picking up the subs right now. That's nice. Um, as much as Jake Fraley was not a great hitter, he was effective at working pitch counts and getting on base. And we only saw him in 5 games. I don't want to make too big of a deal of a small sample size. Russell Menard, welcome. Uh, he was working pitch counts and finding a way to get on base. He was one of our best offensive players despite have a batting average of 100. So I think that Jake Fraley. Okay, you know what? You know what? Enough of that. Enough of that. Okay, we're gonna, yeah. Thank you for subbing, everybody, but we're not doing that right now. Okay, so we need Jake Fraley back so we can send Trammell out of the lineup because Trammell, I don't know what he does well. He's not good in the field. He's not good on the base paths. He's not a good hitter. He has a little bit of power, maybe, but that's about it. So I want Jake Fraley to get back out there. I want Trammell to get sent down, possibly. Evan White, I don't know what to say about him anymore. It's getting really frustrating. Our catchers, Tom Murphy is starting to hit for a little bit of power, so hopefully he can keep it up and be at least a mediocre contributor on offense. And Marmolejos, the party might be over with him. I'm not seeing it. The dude is missing so many middle fastballs. The dude is popping out constantly. I'm starting to lose my patience with Marmolejos. So he's either got to get it together or he's got to get out of this offense. So we got 3 players on this offense who are good right now and 1 who is okay, Crawford. I'll give Lewis and Moore some time. I'll cross my fingers for Murphy, I guess, but Trammell needs to go. Marmolejos needs to go. Evan White, that's your music playing, by the way. Get it together, Evan White. And there are some guys who just don't belong, like Haggerty. I appreciate what Haggerty's doing for us this season in some capacity, but he's just not very good. So there are solutions on this roster, but I'm sick of saying that they need to just start playing better. We need to give them time because it's been a month now. And as for the pitching, the bullpen, like I said, finally blew some games. We saw Anthony Sandwich blow the game last night, which sucked. It was the first time somebody got to him this season. I'm not here to hate on Anthony Sandwich. He's a good pitcher. He's had a good start to the season for us, but yesterday sucked. Obviously, if that one home run was 6 inches shorter, Haniger brings it in at the track. So that's just kind of unfortunate to a certain degree. But yeah, Sandwich, they finally got to him. But we continue to have a really nice bullpen. Graveman still hasn't given up a run. Will Vest has been pitching great. They might have gotten to him for a run last night finally, but I can't remember if it was last night or not, but he's good. Sadler has been good. And some of the starters are starting to play better. We got a really weird but effective start out of Sheffield. He had the 6 inning scoreless game the other night. Kikuchi had the 7 inning no hitter through 7. So he's coming around. So maybe things are starting to round into shape for at least a couple of guys. And hey, Justin Dunn's got his ERA below 4. So Justin Dunn's playing better now too. But these guys have to work so hard just to give their teams a chance to win because the offense has just gone dead. One bit of very tragic news: Marco Gonzalez. I know he got hurt. I don't know how long he's going to be out, but that's a crushing blow. As much as Marco hasn't pitched great this season, we need him. We need all hands on deck because Paxton got hurt, and I'm not sure if there's anybody in our minor league system we can feel great about calling up right now to start. So you will see more LJ Newsome starts, and you will see more starts by what do I want to say? Bullpen starts if Marco can't get back out there. But I like what I see from Kikuchi. I like what I see from Sheffield. I like what I see from Dunn. Those 3 guys, I think they might be rounding into form, and the bullpen is still overall great. But we knew that the way we were playing offense was going to start to catch up to us. It started to. We staved off the reality check, but to me, it's time to either have these players start playing better or it's time to start calling up some minor leaguers because I don't see how this is sustainable for much longer. All right, I'll see you guys later. Peace out, go Mariners. Important game tonight against the Orioles. We need to win these next 3 against Baltimore. They're not very good, and they're all winnable games. We have some of our good starters coming up, and we'll see where we are in 10 more games. Peace out.